What up, party people? If you've ever been curious about what a Friday night solo looks like, you're in the right place. Tonight I'm going to talk about 10 things that I usually do on a Friday night when it's just me, myself, and I. Uh, the first thing I do on most nights, but especially Friday night, is I go for a walk. And when I go for a walk, typically, I'm either listening to an audiobook, which lately it's been The Mountain Is You, a podcast, which I've been listening to Jay Shetty, or music, which is could be anything that I feel like in the moment. Or a lot of nights, I actually don't listen to any music at all. It's been this habit I've been creating lately where I just kind of shut everything off and just listen to my own thoughts and kind of it's been a great way to like process the day. Sometimes if I walk in the morning, it's a great way to like think about what I'm going to do that day and ideas I have and things like that. And then at the end of the day, it's a nice way to like process and if there was like any challenges during the day, kind of work through those. If there was any excitement, and another habit I've been doing while I'm on my walks is I've been doing voice memos. So again, if like an idea comes to me or if there's like this like churning in my brain that just won't shut off that day. A lot of times as I'm walking, I'll do a voice memo, and it's been super cathartic just getting it out, like actually speaking it and saying it into these voice memos. And then, especially if it's like ideas or things I'm thinking about trying or wanting to do, having the voice memo is great because it's like I can listen back and remember. Because sometimes, I'll get done with my walk and it's like everything's out of my head. And so the voice memos are great to bring me back to like, oh yeah, that was the idea I was thinking about. So that's what I do on my walks. And then when I get home, first thing I want to do is take a shower. And I feel like a lot of us sometimes rush through the shower because we're in a hurry to get to work or we're in a hurry to like get to dinner or whatever. But on these solo nights, it's great because I'm not in a hurry. So I love making sure I have like a body wash that smells really good or a nice loofah that I just love the feeling of or a good body scrub. And I just like to take my time. I love to like really scrub my scalp nice and good and just enjoy like rinsing the day away and inviting those other senses in, like the sense of smell and the sense of touch. I feel like during our days we don't do that as much. We're like so much in the grind or we're so busy that we're not taking the time to smell the roses, right? So it's always nice to just like have a nice, luscious shower and inviting those other senses in, like touch and smell. Once I'm done with my shower, I love getting into comfy clothes. Now, I'm not talking about PJs. I'm not like straight to PJs. I love just comfy clothes. So if it's a cold climate, it's usually like joggers or sweatpants that have the really soft inside. And same with the hoodie, like a really soft hoodie on the inside and like something to just cover my head and like cozy up in. If it's warm outside, I love like big flowy pants or like a skirt or a dress that's like loose fitting and just nice and flowy. Um, because it's hot, so you want to stay cool. Just something really breezy and easy. Again, soft. Because why would you want to sit around with, something coarse against your skin? But that's my next step. That's my good thing. That's my favorite thing is the comfy clothes. And then what I like to do after that is I like to put on music. And it all depends on my mood. Like sometimes it's like hip hop, Sometimes it's country music. Sometimes it's like 90s, whatever. And so music is really something that I love to like dance around the kitchen to. I love to sing. And especially when it's solo, it's like I'm not bothering anyone. Nobody's interrupting me. I can sing as loud as I want. I can dance as crazy as I want. And it feels good. That's the best feeling in the whole world is just to do it like no one's watching because no one is watching. And then the next thing I like to do is get a nice glass, sorry, and put ice in it, seltzer water, and like a squeeze of lemon or a squeeze of lime. And it's just like this nice, refreshing drink. It feels kind of like a cocktail, but it's not. Um, and then, of course, if I'm in like a cold climate, usually it's more like a cup of tea because I'm probably freezing. So yeah, I pour myself a drink, but it's not an alcoholic drink. And I have that, I have the music flowing, I have my nice drink, I start to make dinner. And recently, I've been really getting into salads, and I feel like anyone who sees my salads these days probably think I'm a little crazy because it's it's like mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, sweet peppers, maybe some red onion, and then all of a sudden I'm putting on blackberries or I'm putting on blueberries or sometimes apple. And then there's like a cheese like brie cheese or Gouda or sometimes both. And then uh I have like artichoke hearts, like marinated artichokes, which I've been like loving on salads lately. And then pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, like whatever kind of seeds, pine nuts, if I have them in the house, like I'll put those on. And lately, the dressing of choice has been Ken's Steakhouse. Have this great balsamic with honey, and it's just to die for. And occasionally, sometimes I'll put on like salami or prosciutto just to have like a protein. Um, Sometimes it just will be vegetarian, but it's funny because, it's like this huge mound of just a smorgasbord of everything. And I feel like some people would probably look at it and be like, that looks disgusting because it has so many different things on it. Um, but I swear to you, they've been like the best salads ever. And just it's like the crazier the stuff, the better the salad is. So that's what I've been doing for dinner. And then one habit I've been trying to break is when I'm alone, I don't know where this habit started. I think it started as like a little kid, but when I'm alone, I tend to want to watch like TV when I'm having dinner or when I'm eating any meal. And so I'm really trying to break this habit. So I've been trying to like set up a nice little table, whether it's dining room or like if the kitchen, because I travel a lot, so sometimes I'm in different places. So sometimes it'll just be like the kitchen bar, and I'll try to, have a nice napkin or have like real silverware, not like plastic silverware, and just kind of make it nice, like dinner for one, at the house. But once dinner is done, that's when I will come to the couch, usually, as you can see. And the first thing I do is my videos. So if I haven't done these YouTube videos earlier in the day, once I'm done with dinner, I do my videos. So this is a commitment I made to myself. This is something that I wanted to start building discipline around and just accountability. So every day I do a video, and like I said, if I haven't done them by the evening, I do them after dinner. So once my videos are done, I'm like, okay, if I still have time, I will watch, if I'm into a show, I'll watch like an episode or two of like whatever show I'm watching. Um, I think Outlander has like more episodes coming up, so that's exciting. Or I watch like a movie, but I try not to binge watch anymore. I feel like I used to binge watch a lot, and sometimes I would go till like all hours of the morning, and then my whole Saturday would be ruined. So I really try not to watch more than like one or two episodes of a show or like one movie. And then once that's done, I start to get ready for bed. My routine is pretty basic. I floss, I brush my teeth, um, wash my face, and then I've started to do five things in the mirror, that I'm proud of for that day. And again, this is a habit I've started because oftentimes when I'm trying something new or I have like a goal in mind or I have something I really want to accomplish, I work really hard at it, work really hard at it, and then finally the day comes that like the thing happens, right? The business launches or whatever. And I'm super excited that one day, and then it's like, you kind of have that like, "Meh, meh," like, what next? What next? What next? So I've been trying to really learn how to celebrate the small stuff, the small wins. And some days it's as basic as I'm proud of myself because I got out of bed today. So really do not underestimate the small things and what they can do daily, like as you keep up this practice and how much it helps just with um, how you feel about what you're working on. So that's my that's my kind of quirk with my bedtime routine. And then once I get to bed, I finish my day with a really good book. And I am a total sucker for romantasy novels. And for those of you who know, you know what I'm talking about. And for those of you who don't know, I suggest you start with the author Sarah J. Maas and her series not Game of Thrones, Throne of Glass. Highly suggest. And I hope that you love it as much as I do. So yeah, that's the 10 things I do on a solo Friday night. Hopefully that gives you a few ideas. If you're curious about doing a solo Friday night because you've never had one before, I highly recommend. And if it sound hopefully it sounds less intimidating now that you know like some things you can do just to make it as wonderful as I make them. All right. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.